Hey, Linda. Welcome back to another episode of Daily English Podcast. How are you doing today?
Hi, Connor. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I'm actually pretty excited about today's topic.
Oh, yeah? What are we talking about today?
Well, we're going to discuss cooking and eating out. It's something everyone does, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we all need to eat. So let me ask you first. Are you more of a cooking person or do you prefer eating out?
That's a tough question, actually. I'd say I'm somewhere in the middle. I enjoy cooking, but I also love the experience of going to a restaurant.
I get that. There's something special about both, isn't there?
Definitely. When I cook at home, I feel more in control. I know exactly what ingredients I'm using, and I can make it as healthy as I want.
That's a good point. Plus, cooking at home is usually cheaper than eating out.
Oh, for sure. I can make a meal for like $5 at home, but the same thing at a restaurant might cost $20 or $30.
Right? The price difference is huge. But you know what? Sometimes I'm just too tired to cook after work.
I totally understand that feeling. After a long day, the last thing I want to do is stand in the kitchen for an hour.
Exactly. That's when eating out becomes really appealing. You just sit down, order, and someone brings you food.
And you don't have to do the dishes afterwards. That's honestly my favorite part.
I knew you were going to say that. Dishes are the worst part of cooking, aren't they?
They really are. Sometimes I spend more time cleaning up than actually cooking.
So true. Do you have any favorite dishes that you like to cook at home?
I love making pasta dishes. They're usually pretty simple and quick to prepare.
Pasta is great. What's your go-to pasta recipe?
I make a really simple tomato sauce with garlic, olive oil, and fresh basil. It takes maybe 20 minutes from start to finish.
That sounds delicious. And pretty healthy too, right?
Yeah, it's not too heavy. I sometimes add some vegetables like zucchini or bell peppers to make it even healthier.
Nice. I should try that sometime. I usually just buy pasta sauce from the store.
Store-bought sauce is fine too. There's nothing wrong with taking shortcuts in the kitchen.
That's good to hear, because I take a lot of shortcuts. I'm not the most skilled cook.
Come on, I'm sure you can cook some things well. What do you usually make?
Well, I'm pretty good at breakfast foods. I can make a decent omelet.
Omelets are great. They're actually more difficult than people think.
Really? I find them pretty easy. You just crack some eggs, add whatever you want, and fold it over.
But getting the texture right and not burning it, that takes practice.
I guess you're right. I've definitely burned my share of omelets over the years.
We all have. Cooking is really about practice and learning from mistakes.
Speaking of mistakes, have you ever had a cooking disaster?
Oh my goodness, yes! Once I was making chocolate chip cookies and I accidentally used salt instead of sugar.
No way! How did that happen?
They were in similar containers and I wasn't paying attention. The cookies looked perfect but tasted absolutely terrible.
I can imagine. Did anyone actually eat them?
My brother tried one and immediately spit it out. It was so embarrassing.
That's pretty funny, though, looking back on it now.
Yeah, now I can laugh about it. At the time, I was so upset because I had wasted all those ingredients.
At least it's a good story. What about eating out? Do you have a favorite type of restaurant?
I love Italian restaurants. The atmosphere is usually really nice and cozy.
Italian food is amazing. All that pasta, pizza, and risotto.
And don't forget the tiramisu for dessert. That's my weakness.
Tiramisu is incredible. I'm more of a gelato person myself.
Gelato is great too. Actually, any Italian dessert is pretty much guaranteed to be delicious.
True. What about other types of cuisine? Do you like trying new things?
I do, but I'm not super adventurous. I usually stick to what I know I'll like.
That's fair. Some people love trying exotic foods and others prefer familiar dishes.
What about you? Are you adventurous with food?
I'd say I'm moderately adventurous. I'll try most things at least once.
Have you ever tried something really unusual?
Well, I tried escargot once in a French restaurant. Snails.
Oh, wow. How was it?
Honestly, it wasn't bad. They were cooked in garlic butter, so they tasted mostly like garlic.
I don't think I could do it. The idea of eating snails just seems weird to me.
I get it. It's definitely a mental thing. The texture was a bit rubbery, but the flavor was good.
Maybe I'll stick to regular French food like croissants and baguettes.
Nothing wrong with that. French bread is absolutely delicious.
Do you enjoy cooking for other people, or do you prefer cooking just for yourself?
I like cooking for others, but it makes me nervous. There's more pressure to make something good.
I feel the same way. When I'm cooking for myself, if it doesn't turn out great, it's no big deal.
Right, but when you have guests, you want everything to be perfect.
Exactly. Once I invited friends over for dinner, and I tried to make this complicated chicken dish.
How'd it go?
Not great. The chicken was overcooked and dry. I was so embarrassed.
What did your friends say?
They were polite about it and said it was fine, but I knew it wasn't good.
At least they were nice about it. That's what friends are for.
True. Now when I have people over, I make something I've made many times before.
That's smart. Stick with what you know works.
Do you have any tips for people who want to improve their cooking skills?
Well, I'm no expert, but I'd say start with simple recipes and work your way up.
That's good advice. Don't try to run before you can walk.
Exactly. And watch cooking videos online. There are so many great tutorials now.
YouTube has been a lifesaver for me. I've learned so many techniques from watching videos.
Same here. It's much easier to learn when you can actually see someone doing it.
And you can pause and rewind if you miss something.
What about eating out? Do you have any favorite restaurants in your area?
There's this little Thai restaurant near my house that I absolutely love.
What do you usually order there?
I always get the pad Thai. They make it perfectly, not too sweet, with lots of peanuts.
Pad Thai is so good. I love Thai food in general.
Me too. The flavors are always so complex and interesting.
Do you ever order food for delivery instead of going to the restaurant?
All the time, especially on weekends when I just want to relax at home.
Delivery apps have made it so convenient. You can get almost any kind of food delivered now.
I know, it's dangerous for my wallet. I probably order food too often.
I'm the same way. It's just so easy to open an app and have food arrive at your door.
The only downside is that delivery fees can add up quickly.
That's true. And sometimes the food isn't as hot as it would be if you ate at the restaurant.
Good point. But the convenience usually makes up for it.
What's the most you've ever spent on a single meal at a restaurant?
Oh gosh, probably around $100. It was for a special occasion.
Was it worth it?
It was. The food was incredible and the service was excellent. Sometimes it's nice to treat yourself.
Absolutely. Special occasions deserve special meals.
Do you think people eat out too much these days?
That's an interesting question. I think it depends on the person and their lifestyle.
What do you mean?
Well, if someone works long hours and doesn't have time to cook, eating out makes sense for them.
That's fair. But from a health perspective, home cooking is usually better.
Definitely. Restaurant food often has more salt, fat, and calories than home-cooked meals.
And portion sizes at restaurants are usually huge.
Right? Sometimes one restaurant meal could be split into 2 or 3 meals.
I often take leftovers home and eat them the next day.
That's a smart way to get more value out of your money.
Do you follow any food blogs or cooking shows?
I watch a few cooking shows on TV. They're really entertaining.
Which ones do you like?
I enjoy competition shows where chefs have to create dishes under time pressure.
Those are exciting. I always wonder how they stay so calm under pressure.
I'd be a total mess in that situation. I can barely cook a simple meal without stress.
Same here. I need my time and space in the kitchen.
What about meal planning? Do you plan your meals for the week?
I try to, but I'm not always successful. I usually plan for maybe 3 or 4 days ahead.
That's better than nothing. I barely plan at all.
How do you decide what to eat then?
I usually just see what I have in the fridge and make something with that.
That's a creative approach. Do you end up wasting food that way?
Sometimes, yeah. I should probably be better about planning.
It helps to make a shopping list before you go to the grocery store.
You're right. I often buy random things without thinking about actual meals.
Then you get home and realize you can't make a complete meal with what you bought.
Exactly. I'll have like 3 random vegetables and no protein.
Been there. Meal planning really does save time and money in the long run.
I should start doing that. Any tips for beginners?
Start small. Plan just 2 or 3 dinners for the week and see how it goes.
That sounds manageable. I'll give it a try.
Let's talk about food trends. Have you noticed any lately?
Plant-based eating seems to be really popular right now.
Yes, so many restaurants are adding vegan and vegetarian options to their menus.
Even fast food places are doing it now. Have you tried any plant-based meat alternatives?
I have, actually. Some of them are surprisingly good.
Really? I've been curious but haven't tried them yet.
They don't taste exactly like meat, but they're pretty close. The texture is impressive.
Would you consider going vegetarian or vegan?
I've thought about it, but I don't think I could give up meat completely.
Yeah, it seems like a big commitment. I like meat too much.
Maybe reducing meat consumption is a good middle ground.
That's probably more realistic for most people.
What's your favorite type of cuisine overall?
That's tough to choose. I really love Mexican food.
Tacos and burritos?
Yes, and I love a good quesadilla too. Mexican food is so flavorful and satisfying.
Do you make Mexican food at home or mostly eat it at restaurants?
Mostly restaurants. I've tried making tacos at home, but they never taste quite as good.
The key is using the right spices and fresh ingredients.
I should invest in better spices. I think that's where I'm going wrong.
Good spices make such a difference in cooking. They're worth spending a bit more money on.
I'll keep that in mind. What about kitchen equipment? Do you have any favorite tools?
I love my food processor. It makes chopping vegetables so much faster.
Those are great. I don't have one, but I've been thinking about getting one.
It's definitely worth it if you cook regularly. What kitchen tools do you use most?
Probably my non-stick frying pan. I use it almost every day.
A good pan is essential. I have a set of different sized pans for different purposes.
Do you think having good equipment makes you a better cook?
It helps, but technique and practice are more important than fancy equipment.
That's reassuring. I don't need to spend a fortune on kitchen gadgets then.
Not at all. Some of the best cooks use very simple tools.
Before we wrap up, any final thoughts on cooking and eating out?
I think both have their place in our lives. It's all about finding the right balance.
I agree completely. Cook when you have time and energy, and eat out when you need a break.
And don't feel guilty either way. Food should be enjoyable, whether you make it or someone else does.
That's a great point to end on. Well, everyone, that brings us to the end of today's episode.
We hope you enjoyed our conversation about cooking and eating out today.
Remember, the best way to improve your English is to practice every day, just like cooking.
If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to subscribe to Daily English Podcast.
And hit that like button. It really helps us create more content for you.
We'll be back tomorrow with another interesting topic to help you practice your English.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
See you next time.
Goodbye.